Hello and welcome to my 1-year vlog or first year of YouTube vlog or whatever you want to call it. But pretty much it's been a year since I first started posting videos on my channel. I'm going to spend this vlog kind of reflecting back and talking about how stuff has changed over the past year, so yeah. The first video I posted on my channel, at least when I started doing videos, was an update vlog that was actually I think a year and a day ago on June 30th. So yeah, and I find it a bit funny because every time I kind of move into like a new season or time or whatever you want to call it, it always seems to start with a vlog. My first video was a vlog, I think the first one in January was a vlog, and now the first one in July is a vlog. So like every 6 months when I move into like a new chapter, season, whatever, it starts with a vlog, even if I don't really plan to. Let me jump back there for a second and talk a bit about terminology. Originally my idea was that every 6 months would be a season because I started in July, so by December would end season 1, then January would start season 2, then this July would start season 3, but I kind of scrapped that since then, although sometimes in my notes I still refer to it as seasons, like when I'm kind of dividing my videos up in my folders and whatnot. I have season 1, season 2, and now I went to season 2.5 because I decided this entire year is kind of season 2, more because of how Demo Dash orders it, and kind of my channel was based around Demo Dash, because actually that brings me to my next topic. Demo Dash was my first gameplay video, Demo Dash 1, which came out on July 8th, I believe. So yeah, that was the first Let's Play I tried, and the first gameplay video I really did on my channel. Originally I did plan to do other games besides just Minecraft, but I have since decided not to do them due to various copyright reasons for some, or at least couldn't monetize them, and another reason was I didn't really know what I could do in the game that would really be interesting besides, you know, just playing the game, which wasn't that interesting to watch probably. So yeah, I just stuck with Minecraft, and I'd say it's been working for me, mainly because I got into mods and that opened up a lot of new doors. And one other thing I would like to note is that Demo Dash 10 is coming up, actually July 9th, a year and a day after Demo Dash 1 came out, and I decided since Demo Dash 10 landed in the same month as Demo Dash 1 and it's been a year, I'd kind of do a little throwback to the original Demo Dash and the first season and how I'm going about it. It's still going to be modded, but you'll see, it's kind of interesting and kind of reflects back on the original ones, and it should be fun. So yeah, over the last year a lot of things have changed. In some ways it feels like I haven't been doing this a year, yet at the same time it feels like I've been doing this more than a year. I guess because I finally did get into a schedule after like 9 months. It took me forever to really get out a consistent schedule and consistent series at that. So now let me read a bit of statistics. In this past year, excluding this video, I have 182 videos out, which is roughly a video every other day for a year, which is a lot considering I didn't even start doing videos in a schedule or weekly even. Actually, what I did at first was I did a video Monday through Friday, like 5 videos in 1 week, then I'd hold off a bit and kind of just do like a complete Demo Dash at once kind of thing. But that quickly became a bit too much work, and I decided to spread them out over the month, and then that's kind of how I continued things. But I didn't really have a schedule for a long time, and then it was actually for the first 6 months, it was just Demo Dash on and off. I did try the Cube World stuff, which didn't really last long. Actually, I think I really only did a couple episodes outside the first week of 5. And yeah, then I started Beta Achiever, which has to be one of my personal favorite series, and I really still would like to do something in the Beta Achiever world again, but I never could get mods to work and I couldn't think of what else to do with it. But yeah, I just really love that series, and probably because it was the first actual Let's Play I did where I spent a lot of time off camera working on stuff and just making stuff nice, and you know, I actually got to play the game a lot even if it was kind of working on getting resources, but you know, I spent so much time getting everything ready to get the next achievement in the next episode kind of thing. And yeah, and I also did Everland, which was really the only other game besides Minecraft I have played, and the series ended because I finished the game. Okay, I did also play Cube World, as I said, but that series was kind of canceled long ago, and I don't know, I still could go back to it someday if I ever found an interesting Cube World. But there are some other games I have been looking into, but since Season 2 has started, or since the start of this year, I've been a bit too focused on getting Minecraft content ready that I haven't really looked into other games, but I may have another game soon, actually, so we'll have to see how that goes. I find it funny how I say I'm going to talk about statistics and then just talk about my upload schedule instead for the past year, but yeah, another statistic. I have 138 subs at the time of recording this, which is a good bit, I'd say. When I first started, I guess I expected subs to come a bit quicker than they did, and just like, oh, I'll post videos and they'll instantly be popular, and yeah, I guess that's a common misconception among people when they first start, probably. Or maybe it's just me. But after doing it for like a month or two, I realized how slow and hard it was. It wasn't just play a bit and then throw your footage online and everyone just flocks to it. You had to put a lot of work in editing and recording, and yeah, it was a lot trickier than I originally thought it would be. But I enjoyed overcoming any of the difficulties and learning to improve my stuff along the way. Another stat is that I have over 40k views at the moment, and most of these come from mod spotlights, which is kind of something I'm about, but you know, I like putting out mod spotlights, but I also kind of like doing the Let's Plays, and I guess I can't really do one without the other though. Like, if I just did mod spotlights, my channel would probably do better, but at the same time, I can't really do mod spotlights like I do if I wasn't using those mods in the Let's Plays. It's kind of required that I actually play with the mods, which I play with when I'm making, you know, the mod packs for different series. Like when I get mods ready for Demo Dash, I stumble upon new mods, and that some of them make it to spotlights and such. So one really doesn't work without the other. And I kind of hope my Let's Plays pick up a bit more popularity in the future, but I still do really appreciate all the views I do get from mod spotlights and the modders who like my reviews and support them by putting them on the mod pages, and yeah, really thankful for all that. So let's talk a bit more about how my video quality has improved over the years in my setup. When I first started, I had my laptop, which I played with on my bed because I didn't have a desk or anything at the time. I just would open up my laptop and sit there on my bed and play games. And the funny thing, when I got my first microphone, a blue snowball, I had to set it up on top of a clipboard. Like, I had a laptop cooler and I'd slide the clipboard underneath and then set up the tripod for the snowball on top of that so it wouldn't fall off, because if just putting it in the bed, it would keep falling over. And that's how I recorded several of the first videos, like all of Demo Dash 1 I think was that way. And yeah, it didn't really work that well. At first, I also didn't realize to turn off things like, you know, air conditioners, air cleaners, different things like that in my room, and get a nice quiet environment like I currently have here. So yeah, the first videos kind of sucked because I wasn't used to commentating, and the sound quality in my room wasn't that good, and my laptop probably wasn't even the best at recording because it was a pretty old laptop even then. But then I think it was around September or November. I don't really remember which month it is. I think it was around September when I started getting my desktop together, because for a while I did want to kind of move from a laptop to a desktop, because one of the reasons I did always go with laptops was because my home internet connection was dial-up for a long time. And actually in 2013 I got satellite, which while it isn't that great, I'll say, it was good enough to kind of access high-speed things even if limited, so I could finally do things like Windows updates without having to take my computer elsewhere. And that kind of allowed for me to have a desktop without having to lug it all around when I wanted to update, which was really a pain. So I finally started looking into a desktop, and my desire was only more increased when I started doing video stuff, realizing, yeah, I need a faster computer for not only recording, but rendering videos and all that stuff. So I put a lot of focus into getting my desktop, and that's what I'm using now. I ended up getting a very nice desk for my grandmother, which I just love. It's a nice wooden desk, not really meant for computers, more of a writing desk, but it fits all the stuff on it, and it's nice and solid and sturdy, and yeah, I think it works nice. One thing you may remember though, if you saw my earlier vlogs, the desk used to face that way, the opposite way of my camera there, but I kind of didn't realize how the webcam would work at first, and I'll get to that in a second, and it kind of showed a lot more of my room and the back wall than I originally expected. So I turned it around to face my closet instead to give me a better backdrop. I was kind of looking into green screen stuff, but I decided to kind of hold off on any of that for now, for like a green screen backdrop behind me, just because I'm kind of cramped on space. This closet isn't a... Yeah, I mainly have like maybe a foot or just over a foot between where back of my chair right now and my closet, so I don't really have a lot of space to set up a green screen. And yeah, although it is something I would like to look into in better lighting, because I actually just have one lamp way over there and another lamp right near me here that shines on the wall back there, which is why my lighting's so weird probably. and kind of why this side of my face doesn't get as much light. But it's something I'm still looking into. So another thing that changed in my setup was the face cam when I started actually doing vlogs and that kind of stuff, and I think that happened around November. Maybe that's the one I think was November. I forget when exactly. I remember I think it was like Demo-4 maybe when I first did it. Although one thing I do remember is that when I first got the desktop set up, I didn't realize monitor size was an issue. I had one of those old LCD monitors from like probably 10 years ago kind of thing, so its dimensions were off, so when I recorded it got black bars on the side, and that made, I think, Demo-4 really suck until I got a better monitor, and then I got the other one around Christmas. Now I have dual monitors and everything's wonderful for recording, but yeah, that was kind of horrible. But the face cam though, yeah, I wanted to add that to my videos for a while, and it's kind of funny, I wasn't as hesitant about doing face cam as I was about just recording on a mic. I guess that's one thing a lot of people have where they don't like the sound of their own voice, but I've gotten used to that. I guess it's mainly because to myself my voice sounds nice, but when I hear it back it kind of sounds, I guess, a bit nerdy, which is not something I really like. But when other people heard the recording, they never really picked on it at all. They only compared me to other people actually, which was a good confidence boost there. I wouldn't really say I ever was that embarrassed of how I looked though, although facecam was also a bit nervous at first, I guess, mainly because I wasn't sure how to go about vlogging and facecamming and looking at the camera, and I'm still not that great at it, but well, you can tell by my talking that I probably improved at least. Oh, and another thing that changed in my setup is the mic. I forget when it was exactly I got it, but I upgraded from the Blue Snowball to the Blue Yeti, and I got a floor stand, so now I don't have it like right in front of me. It used to be like directly below my face and trying to get as close as I can without being out of camera shot. Now I can position it off of the desk, not really get in the way of the keyboard, and yeah, it actually worked very nice for how cheap the stand actually was. I remember I was trying to find like a good stand that cost maybe like 60 bucks or something, but I couldn't find any online, or at least from the sites I use, and I got one for 25 just to try it out. Worried it might not support the mic, but it worked perfectly fine. I'm like, okay. So I kind of already covered my first 6 months, season 1, whatever you want to call it, with video stuff. But one thing I didn't really get into, well, I did have mod spotlights there for a bit, and a few other videos as well, like the I Blew 'Em Up videos, which are still trying to better categorize with the rest of my channel. I have some ideas on that though, but I just haven't got to them. Anyway, yeah, the one thing that got really hectic though is around November, December, I decided to produce a lot more videos, and that's actually when I started doing the thing where I didn't upload from home because my connection really wasn't working well, so I'd prepare videos, go to my dad's house, which has high-speed internet, and he lets me go there to upload. So I'd go there, upload a bunch at a time, and then kind of spend the next week preparing another week's worth of videos. And in some ways it's a bit better, in some ways it's a bit more chaotic. Well, for one, it makes sure the videos are uploaded and processed, so I just kind of make them public, so I don't have to worry about as much YouTube issues going to upload. But at the same time, I also have to prepare a video sometimes over a week before it's posted, which can cause some delays in comments and just make me have to get the work done a lot sooner than I should, or at least if I didn't have to run elsewhere to upload. But the other thing is, in December I did a whole bunch of videos, and it was like nearly every day, I think. It was a lot. Like, before, without having an actual schedule what was uploaded when, that was a lot of videos coming out. But it was because I wanted to not only finish up Demo-6, but I wanted to end Beta Achiever and Evoland that month, so starting in the next year I could move on to new series. So yeah, that was pretty hectic, especially for Beta Achiever though, because I still had a lot of stuff to do in the episodes. Like, I had to do a lot of off-camera work just to film the final few episodes. So trying to get all the videos recorded and edited and rendered and still doing all the stuff in the games was a lot more tricky than I thought it would be, I guess, and I just barely got it done in time. I still never did those kind of best of videos. I ended up deleting all of the footage to save space because I only have one 3TB hard drive to hold all this stuff, and Fraps has pretty big file sizes, and yeah, I don't know, I kind of decided not to do that, mainly because it would take so long going through all the original clips and edit them together into a best of, and the best ofs would probably be hard to pick like the best moments. So I decided it was better just to work on new content. And speaking of new content, that's one issue I faced at the start of this year. I didn't really have time to prepare any series. I just barely finished getting all the videos out in December, so when it came January, I didn't have anything ready. I just ended Beta Achiever and Everland. I didn't really have any other series active at the time besides Demo Dash, which I was kind of hoping to take a bit of a break from, but then I realized I don't have anything. So I quickly got Demo Dash 9 out, which was when I first started doing mods, and I realized how hard that was now, because I didn't just say, okay, I'm gonna do this and load up the demo world and play. I actually said, okay, these are the mods I wanted to test it and then make sure this stuff kind of works a bit before I go for it, and yeah, it was interesting. And then there was the series I've been working on, Ascension, which was originally a different series and got delayed and canceled many times, and other series I was planning to do that have been delayed and or canceled as well, but I finally did get Ascension out after working so hard on it, and it just took a lot longer getting all the mods ready than I thought, and hopefully the version 2 isn't going to give me any more trouble. I almost have that done. So yeah, but I finally got that out, and I'm glad it is kind of serving to be a long-running series. I hope it would be. At the same time, in some ways, I kind of hope I can speed it up and maybe wrap it up at the end of this year or so I can start other series in its place in 1.7. So yeah, from the start of this year though, I managed to get it back into Demo Dash, which quickly changed to every other month instead of every month, just to the pressure of getting the custom mod packs ready. And I finally did get out Ascension, and I ended up starting Breakdown, because I was really interested in doing that series, and that was kind of, I guess, spontaneous because I didn't kind of hint to it as much, which is probably a good thing. And besides that, I got into a schedule of finally having mod spotlights consistently and kind of saying what is in what day. I think that was in March or so when I really started doing that and sticking to it, and I am glad that I finally am able to stick to it, because actually one of the reasons I started doing YouTube was because I wanted to kind of stick to a schedule. And, you know, I thought doing videos and kind of getting to a routine of them would be good practice for doing other things in the future, because I kind of was a bit chaotic in how I went about things and just kind of got to them when I did, and yeah, schedules help. Yeah, so some other things to talk about is editing. I originally started on Windows Movie Maker, and that wasn't that great because I couldn't do face cam on that I was aware of. I also started on Windows Vista on my laptop, but when I got Windows 8, Windows Movie Maker was a bit hard to come by even. But yeah, I ended up getting the non-pro Sony Vegas, the Sony Movie Studio Platinum 12, I think it is, or whatever. And it took a bit of getting used to, but I am kind of happy with how it works now. I do think my videos are pretty decent in quality, and I have gotten pretty good at editing. I did actually edit way back before I did videos, just for silly stuff with Windows Movie Maker, and I do kind of enjoy editing, so I guess that's one reason I've stuck to this so much. But yeah, I not only have a better setup and better mic and have better sound quality, but I have improved my editing a lot and refined a lot of things and how I go about things and, you know, like my presets and everything. So I think it does work pretty well. And hopefully you do think the videos are good enough quality. So yeah. Another thing that kind of relates to that is music and my editing style, I guess you would say. Originally I didn't really have music, and then I kind of got that original intro I made just as something to have, which wasn't that great, but it was an intro. And then for Demo Dash, I started doing kind of a very refined edit of just showing like the interesting clips and kind of put it to music more like a montage, just to kind of show you the story of what I did. And I kind of liked that, but kind of didn't, because I didn't feel like it was as much of a let's play, but I did like condensing it down smaller and cutting out boring stuff. But I also didn't want to show all just 20 minutes of me just running around and doing stuff, because there were a lot of parts though where I kind of expect to not show you, where nothing interesting was happening, like I was just mining cobblestone a bunch for something or gonna set up a little base or whatnot, so I'd purposely stop doing stuff and just kind of like chill for a minute before getting ready to be back on camera, I guess you could say. You know, sometimes take a break real quick or whatnot. So yeah, I do need to have edits there, and I think I got my style down pretty well though. One thing with music though is that when I came to this year, I decided to stop using music as much. I also decided to change up my intro and outro. I didn't originally have an outro, but I decided it was better to have an outro with music, because when I see other videos, that's kind of what I like to see. When the video ends and it cuts to the music, it kind of has a bit of, I don't know, it just makes the end of the video a bit better. And then having the little kind of splash on screen intro like I moved to cuts away less from the video and doesn't like interrupt as much, which I think is nicer overall. And decided not to use music during the video though. I only use it during these vlogs actually, because I feel it distracts from what's happening. I feel that my commentary shouldn't need music kind of as a crutch to make it more interesting, and that the things I should be doing should be interesting enough. I think I might have said that before as well. Okay, this vlog's getting kind of long, so I'm just gonna try and wrap this up quickly now with a few other things. Artwork. My original artwork was made by me, just like the intro, and it's pretty crappy. For season 2, or the start of this year, I did make some better artwork, but it was supposed to be kind of temporary, but I never got around to getting some more artwork commissioned, so hopefully that will happen within at least the next 6 months. So yeah, I would like a better channel banner and avatar and that kind of stuff though. The thumbnails though, I'm not really sure how I want to improve them, because I kind of like how they are and I do them myself and kind of like doing them myself. So I'm not sure if I will look into getting them any better than they are now. Probably eventually I will improve some in the future, but yeah, I think they're pretty decent for thumbnails. At least, you know, they're not fancy 3D renders, but I don't think they always need to be. I also have expanded to other channels as well. Most of them are actually done during the first 6 months. I just didn't do anything with them until the past 6 months, or actually very recently. But there's the Crystal Lines channel for stuff relating to that, so I'd actually just check that out to explain what that is. And I also have a vlog channel, which I've been trying to post vlogs kind of like this. Only not. But they're vlogs. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the vlog here because I've been rambling a while and I'm not sure how this is going to edit down. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my ramblings and reflections and that stuff. And yeah, the last year has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed learning how to do videos and improving and kind of investigating, okay, how can I fix this problem, or how can I get this content better, and looking into all these different series, trying out all different mods, and even getting to meet people and interact with some of my viewers, subscribers, commenters, whatever you want to call yourselves. It has been really fun, and I look forward to keep doing it in the future, and hopefully I do keep doing it for a while to come. One other thing I would like to mention before I end the vlog though is that there will be another vlog on the normal vlog Sunday, and that will be covering some important questions I have, asking for feedback, just gauging where I should go with the channel, because I have a lot of ideas and want to see what you think. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.